Good morning. There was an HL7 CPOE EMR application complication last week. Today, our daily information video is going to overview the entirety of the situation at hand. If it wasn't for the direct correlation between the patients and the clinicians, we could have lost a life. This case involves a medication order that was generated by the CPOE for warfarin. The clinician put in an order for 7 milligrams. Rather than properly identifying the dispensable amounts, this is where our first problem arises. No clinician should be ordering medication outside of a dispensable amount. Since the boom of pharmaceutical companies in the 1950s and 60s, medication has been ordered in specific doses due to the mass increase in drug manufacturing in order to solve problems like this. In earlier decades, pharmacists compounded the medication specifically to the patient's needs. However, this one-size-fits-all approach to medicine means that not all patients' needs are being met, and the difficulty of clinicians and pharmacists communicating is horrible. Therefore, appropriately, because the order was incorrectly implemented into the system, when the pharmacist received the order, the medication was automatically interpreted into dispensable amounts within the pharmacy application of EMR. Dispensing two medications normally requires two separate orders. However, EMR allows for multi-dispensing orders if the generic formulary is the same. If the medication dose is reoccurring, two or more products can be combined into a single order. The change was then processed by the EMR application and sent to the CPOE to verify the dose modification. There was no alert, only the overwriting of the original information. There was no way for the clinicians to know that there was a problem. All parties involved automatically assumed that the problem was mended. It wasn't until the patient returned to the hospital when clinicians observed that his anticoagulation results were at panic levels. For normal patients not on anticoagulant therapy, the present value of INR would equal to 1. Properly anticoagulated patients, INR values should range between 2 and 3. However, if a patient is being treated for reoccurring embolism or mechanical prosthetic heart valves, a range of 2.5 or 3.5 is desirable. INR levels above 4.9 are considered panic or critical levels. The patient's life was in danger due to this information mistake. Upon review, a basic math problem could have killed this patient. The medications were reviewed and the dose of warfarin was much higher than originally ordered. The EMR indicated a dose of warfarin for 14 milligrams, whereas the original indicated dose was 7 milligrams a day. The HL7 application that encodes order data and manages multiple order segments had an unexpected data transformation. Instead of adding the two segments, 2 and 5, to equal 7, the application multiplied the subcomponents, thus generating 14 milligrams instead of 7. In addition, the CPOE administered no alert for overwriting an original medication order, so the clinicians had absolutely no idea what was going on. So let's recap. First problem originated with the clinician who A, didn't take time to properly instruct a patient's order, or B, didn't know the dispensable doses of prescribed product. The second problem arose when the pharmacist modified the order and the HL7 application glitched and doubled the patient's dose. The third problem arose when the CPOE didn't alert the clinicians about the order modification. And all this could have resulted in the death of one of our patients. Health informatics is the knowledge, skills, and tools which enable information to be collected, managed, used, and shared to support the delivery of healthcare and promote health. Health informatics can contribute to a solution for this introduced problem. Health informatics could implement a new application that would allow the connection to be made between medication and available doses. The intersection of medication ordered with available doses through a drop-down menu or interface allowing the clinicians to access different dispensing levels of specific medications would potentially remove the need to modify prescribed orders by pharmacists. This could eliminate the errors between information systems and execute a foolproof method for medicine. In addition, health informatics professionals, through extensive evaluation of applications, would have been able to identify the error in information exchange by systematic regulated testing. Therefore, as a whole, this problem could have been eradicated long before the go-live of this application. The designers of this program should have optimized testing environments with an increased size of database and information to remove the opportunity for this problem to originate. Also, involving clinicians who understand sophisticated data flow could have earlier developed the same problem in a safe environment, not risking the lives of our civilians. The levels of warfarin that this particular patient was consuming due to the information communication problem could have put not only this patient in jeopardy. Upon review of this problem, a clinician reached out to find if there were any other patients who experienced the same malfunction. All patients were found in time. Warfarin controls a patient's coagulation abilities. Too much INR results in thrombus, leading to heart attack, stroke, and death. Too much warfarin inhibits coagulation factors, which can result for the patient to bleed out. As professionals in healthcare, it is our duty to resolve these problems. We are constantly improving the care of our patients while eliminating possible errors and improving quality control. However, every change that can bring improvement to our provision of healthcare can also bring new problems. We must continue to be diligent about finding those problems while properly balancing accuracy with rapid change of information. So finally, address the problems you have not yet been acquainted with and help improve not only your patients' lives, but your coworkers. Be observant, because that is when we will begin to fix the unseen mistake of our information creations.